Namaste. Lovely to connect with you. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Thursday and Friday. That's Thursday the 7th and Friday the 8th of December. Namaste, Jody. Lovely to see you. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I've also got a special shout out to make with cat hair flying around. I've heard from little Birdie that one of our viewers who loves connecting and watching would love me to do a shout out. So I want to say hello to Phyllis and congratulations on your anniversary for the 6th of December. So thanks for watching. I'm so pleased that you feel so passionate about my work, Phyllis, and anyone else that does. It blows my mind. Hi Joanna, and hi Christina, evening to you. Hi Alyssa, and yes, I'm live. Hi Tammy, namaste. Hi Raven. I don't usually share this time of the day, but I've been, like many of us, hit with sleep deprivation majorly this week, so that's why I didn't bring a video out yesterday. I was just so tired and not sleeping at all, but I got a good night's sleep last night, so I've just been working and finishing a few things off, and I thought I would come and share with you here. So this is not my usual time. Hi Fancy Sue. Hi Christina and Angie. Hi Joanna. And Chelsea's here. Hi Lisa and David. Yes, a lot of us have been struggling to sleep. It's horrible, isn't it? Sometimes, like, you know, I can survive on 3 or 4 hours sleep if I'm feeling really inspired and motivated. I've been known to get up at 3 a.m. and do some book writing or creating or something when I'm inspired, but this week it's been just flattening, exhausting lack of sleep. So I trust that we're starting to get some sleep again. So I'm here to share some guidance for Thursday and Friday. I have my singing bell here, which I will play at some point when I'm inspired to. If you're new to watching, what I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards. I'm going to be pulling one card for Thursday, one card for Friday, and one card for the theme for Thursday and Friday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. I think I've got the giggles. So just take on board what feels right for you, what resonates with you, what makes sense to you and seems like I'm talking directly to you. You can take that on board and just let the rest go. So try not to be too hung up on or, you know, be too attached to every word that I say, but just trust in how you feel and what feels right, and work with that stuff that comes up. So yeah, what I share is a guide only. It's just based on my intuition and my experience and my thoughts. I like putting new thoughts out there and new angles of looking at things, just so that we can step outside the box. I think sometimes we put ourselves more in a box than we realise. So it's good to expand our perspective and look at things from different angles to make sure that we are in the best space that we can be in. So on that note, I'm going to now grab some cards. So I'm looking now for the best card for Thursday the 7th of December. If it's not Thursday for you yet, it won't be far away, so you can think of this as guidance in advance or come back and connect with it on Thursday if you like. So just take a nice deep breath, and I trust the best card that will help the majority of us will find its way to the top. And that card's going to be this here. We've got, the Tree Maiden. How interesting. This is card 42, and the keywords say ending, surrender, growth, and illumination. Talks about a potency, an intense, potent energy around, especially for Thursday, which a lot of us have been picking up all week, especially with such a lack of sleep. Things have been quite difficult to, it's been quite difficult to get through our day in many cases. We've been quite flattened, and I don't know about you, but when I had a good sleep last night, but from the days before that, I would relax to sleep and have 10 or 30 minutes and then be wide awake, and it's just very difficult to stay asleep. And I feel the intense energy and the potency that's been about this week has been affecting us on quite subtle levels, and especially things like our sleep patterns. So this is saying that the intensity is going to be quite strong potentially on Thursday for us, that things may be illuminated, things may seem larger and bigger and more potent and more monstrous than what they probably really are. So it's coming to our attention loudly so that we can become aware of it, so that we can let it go and move on. So there's a lot of surrender in this card. So it's like things come to the surface in a very loud way on Thursday, so we can be aware of what's not working or aware of whatever it is that's being revealed, so that we can then surrender it and let it go and release release that which is expired within us and within our life. So sometimes we just hang around in the expired energy. It's like, this might sound a bit morbid, but it's like hanging around with a bunch of corpses and pulling our energy down to that level. I mean, how long are we going to put up with or subject ourselves to situations in our life, around the home, the workplace, in our relationships perhaps, or in our life in general, that is weighing us down, that is full of that negativity perhaps. Perhaps what's coming up loud at the moment is an opportunity for us to realise that something in our life's not working, so we can release it and move on and move forward. So there's a lot of growth in this card potentially, as we look at and notice what needs surrendering, what has expired in our life. So as we expire that stuff, as we surrender that stuff, I don't know why I really like that word expire, even though it's not fitting into my sentences. As we surrender what's expired and what's not working for us, then there's growth potential in that. So let's just perhaps deal with what's loud in our vibration, what's loud in our life right now, and look at it and how we can release it so that we can automatically grow from it. So I trust that makes sense. There might be endings around too on Thursday, things coming to an end. And it's okay. Try not to hold on to things past their expiry date. Oh, I love that. Try not to hold on to things past their expiry date, but let things that have expired go. Why would we consume expired or off milk or food items to put toxins in our body? Just like in our life, why would we allow ourselves to experience things in our life that have well and truly passed their use-by date? But it can be difficult to recognise and acknowledge for ourselves that things have expired. So there may be a bit of that revealing itself on Thursday and over this week. So I trust that makes sense. That's the guidance for Thursday. Thank you so much. I will. I'm going to use the singing bell now. So if you're new to watching, I'm just going to use the Tibetan singing bell where the ringer has been taken out. And thanks, Matt, for telling me that it's called the ringer. I see that you are watching. I've remembered. So I'm going to play this way. And trust your intuition in regards to what you need to do. But I'm going to encourage and hold this space for us to look at releasing what's expired within ourselves and within our life. So allow yourself to listen to the bell, allow it to touch parts of your body and stir up things if you need to, and you can work with your breathing to help you let go. So I'll just do this for a minute or two. Enjoy. You can't do anything wrong. Just listen at the very least. Let go of what you're holding on to within your heart, your mind and your body. and your life. Let it go. Surrender it to this moment. No attachments. Do your best not to say, I let this go, but I don't want to, or I let this go, but except for this and this and this. Try not to have conditions on what you're letting go of, but trust that what you let go of will be what's needed for your highest truth. What needs to stay will stay. What needs to change will change. We just need to get out of our own way and stop putting conditions on things, including our conditions on what we're letting go of. So just surrender everything that's holding you back, whether you know what it is or not. Let it go. Breathe it out and away from your body and your life. It's safe for you to let go. And allow your in-breath to lift you up. So as you let go of the heaviness with your out-breath, breathe in the new air and allow it to lift you up, strengthening through your spine, your body, straightening your shoulders and pulling them back, lifting up your head, and feel the strength and the support in your body. Okay, I'm just finishing off now. Thank you. The bird song today is beautiful out here. Though I say that now and they're all gone quiet. I trust you feel a bit better now after the singing bell. Okay, let's look for the best guidance, the best card for Friday the 8th of December. I love these days. These are the days that Corey and I remembered our love 9 years ago when we remembered our love online. He's from Texas. And then we got married a year later, so we've been married for 8 years today, and been together as far as remembering our love for 9 years. And I was saying to him this morning, you know, I'm not big on anniversaries or milestones because I'd prefer to celebrate the love and the connection every day with anything, whether it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, anniversaries, and even things like Thanksgiving. Not that we do that here, but I don't see the point of just building it all up for one day. I'd prefer to celebrate and be grateful for our mother and father figures and people in our lives every day. And that's how I feel with him. And I was saying to him this morning that I see this last 9 years as my decision and his as well, but I don't like to speak on behalf of anyone else, so I can only speak on behalf of me. But I feel, you know, 9 years ago today was when I decided to change my life for the good. And I decided to step away from my old life, which now is quite surreal because it feels like it's a past life, my old life. And every now and then I see faces from that lifetime or from my past that pop up every now and then. It's quite surreal. But I see 9 years ago today was the turning point for me where I actually decided to choose happiness in my life and really make some serious changes. And it's been the best 9 years of my life. So I share this to encourage you, if you're debating whether to make some changes in your life and to follow your heart, that, you know, perhaps taking that risk and stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping out into the unknown might be something that you look back on and see that this was the best decision that I ever made. And if it doesn't turn out the way you might hope, then there's nothing that you've lost or nothing to regret, because it's all part of the journey and the experience. So I feel like I'm a better person and in a better position now than I was definitely 9 years ago, and sharing my life with someone really special that I have a heart connection with is really beautiful. And I wish that, if it's something that you desire, I wish that upon all of us, everyone, because it is attainable and it is a beautiful way to live. And it's not immune from challenges, it just makes it easier to deal with things when you're in a happy space most of the time, and when you're living with someone that supports you and accepts you for who you are. So if that's your wish and desire, I wish and hold that space for you now, through experience, through being here and being 9 years on and still feeling as joyful and happy and as loved and as loving as I did 9 years ago. So I trust that's a little bit inspiring for you if it's something that you desire, that it is possible. So let's look now. Thank you for your anniversary wishes. I'll now look for the best card for Friday, the 8th of December, and we'll see what it is. And I trust the best card is this here. Oh, we've got Abundance, the Elementals card, card 30. And the keywords say blessings, abundance, prayers, and opening. So there's this sense of being awash with abundance on Friday, and that this energy might come through for a lot of us. What does that mean, abundance? To me, abundance comes under the umbrella of things flowing well for us in our life, of good health, opportunities being presented. We feel happy and in good flow. We have the finances and access to the finances that we need to survive and need to be happy. So the abundance is around. It's always around. It's never not somewhere hovering in our space. The thing is, and the interesting thing about this card is whether we're open to receiving it or not. Sometimes we're more closed off to accepting and receiving this abundance than what we might realize. Sometimes we put ourselves in a state of lack where we perhaps wonder or think that we don't deserve abundance, or we're not worthy of having a healthy bank account, or we're not deserving of opportunities, or that we doubt whether these are available to us. These sorts of doubts and lack of self-worth do close us off to connecting in with and receiving the abundance that is available to us all. So how can you open up further and allow yourself to receive the abundance that is available to you? Because you can trust that in truth, abundance is always hovering around. It's always there, almost unseen, I guess, in some cases, in some ways. So this card directly comes back to the crown chakra. The crown chakra here at the top of the head is our center that helps us connect with the world beyond the physical. So especially on Friday, we're being guided to think about our connections and how connected or disconnected we might feel. Let's not fool ourselves by thinking that we're connected when in truth we aren't. So if we don't feel connected, let's be honest and real about it and look at ways of how can we reconnect again. And as we reconnect, there's this feeling of opening, which will bring us further into alignment with the abundance that's available to us. So that's the guidance for Friday. Abundance, blessings, opening, allowing ourselves to receive, allowing other people to give to us as well, and giving others the pleasure of giving to us and allowing us to receive unconditionally. Okay, cat hair flying. So I trust that makes sense for your Friday. Let's now look for the best card for the theme for Thursday and Friday. And this will help us see the bigger picture and bring these particular days together. So let's look at what the common thread is for Thursday and Friday. Quite different days, but there's this sense of, Thursday as we release what's potent in our energy field, as we let go of what we've been holding on to or what we've been rolling around in that's been long expired and long overdue. As we free ourselves and allow ourselves to grow, there's this feeling of Friday being quite a potential for being quite open to receiving abundance and being in good flow, things flowing well for us on Friday. If you don't feel it, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's something to be aware of, and perhaps just backtrack to the day before and consider whether you're still holding on to something that's long expired in your life, and how can you let that go. So letting that stuff go will free up your energy to receive the abundance that's available. Okay, the best card for the theme is this. Doo-doom. Ooh, Temple of Maya. I love this card so much, and especially after I've just done a morning of recording a video and not a video, sorry, a meditation and an audio message around manifestation. This is cards all about manifestation. The keywords are manifestation, revelation, and purpose. This talks about a building or a structure, a change in our home, a change in the workplace, going to an important building or a structure that's important and instrumental for us over Thursday and Friday. So if that's something that we're doing, then this is definitely favourable time for connecting with a building of some sort, some type of structure. But on another level, this talks about manifesting our dreams into reality. It talks about manifesting our ideas, our inspirations, our desires, our thought forms as well, into form, into something tangible that we can play with and experience in our life. It talks about what we've been going through recently, and this last week has been massive, our personal transformation in our body, where a lot of us have been feeling quite pulled apart and quite ripped apart and quite ripped at, as our whole body goes through a new restructuring and welcomes in more light. So there's this sense of manifesting a new form of ourselves. And for you, that might not make much sense. But for others, it may make sense. It makes absolute sense to me, because I can feel my cells right down to the very cells in my body. I can feel a lot of darkness, a lot of heaviness, a lot of duality, a lot of illusion has shifted in my very cells this week, which has been a part of why I've struggled to stay asleep, and why I've been so exhausted through lack of sleep, has been part of this shift in vibration. And as that heaviness leaves the cells, then more light is received into the very cells of our body. So if that's a bit too out there of information for you, just let it go. But for some of you, that might make a lot of sense, that our body is taking in more light. So it's bringing up the shadowy, it's bringing up the darkness at this time. So we're manifesting new forms of ourselves as the global collective energy raises. And yes, it may feel full of war, it may feel full of fear if we look at what's been presented through the mass media and what we're seeing playing out in our governments and the different corporations and things. But underneath that, a lot of us are seeing beautiful things happening, especially with people close to us and people in our communities and around our state and our country. If we look past what we're being the face of what's being shown in the media and by the big corporations, then we will see that there is beauty underneath. And as that beauty starts shining through and growing, it's a bit like the lotus growing through the muddy waters. As we recognize that, we are changing the vibration of our planet. And it's not something it's not something that's happening outside of us. Like I said a lot last week, it's happening within us. We are the lotus that's blossoming, that's changing the world. So as we let more light into ourselves as individuals, we are changing the world, and we can trust that. So we are the change that we want to see playing out. There's a new sense of purpose arising too over Thursday and Friday, where we're probably going to start feeling more driven, more of a sense of purpose, more of a sense of passion for our life. Like we're putting what happened this week, the darkness, the exhaustion, the aching, painful body, we're putting that behind us now and starting to step forward into the light more, with more of a sense of purpose and passion and belonging. So let's welcome that into our lives as well. Let's open up so that we can not only receive abundance, but allow ourselves to tap into and reconnect with the passion, the purpose that is available to us all. So let's let the heaviness go now. Let's let the past go. Let's release ourselves from the expired and the used by date of things in our life. and let's open up to our potential. And so that's what we're moving into, I feel. So quite a transformational Thursday and Friday, which is very welcomed. So let's work with the energy as best as we can. Let's backtrack if we're not feeling that and look at what do we need to let go of. How can we release the heaviness so we can further align with the truth and the light that's available to us. And know that we are doing our best. Let's move through gently when we are feeling pained and exhausted and fed up and we're really struggling to get through our day. Let's be gentle and kind with ourselves and plod along, just keep going forward, one moment at a time, and things are moving out to the other side. We are moving out of that dark tunnel. So thank you for connecting today. This guidance comes to you from my intuition and my Speed of Light Oracle cards. These are really easy to use and are great tools to help support you on your journey. So if you want to learn more about them, just have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. This is the cover for them if you are looking for them on my website. I've got other card decks too, and sometimes people think that there are other decks for some reason, but it's the Speed of Light. Have a peek if you want to. So thank you so much for connecting. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. We have our healing event for our Pillar of Light family today in about, I don't know what the time is. Oh, I'm not very good at maths today. Let's say about 6.5 hours from now is our healing event for our Pillar of Light family. It's not too late to become a part of it if you're inspired to. So have a look on my website. But I look forward to connecting with you guys then. This has been a massive healing week and I look forward to seeing what occurs during our healing event today. So thank you. I have new pendants on the website. This is also one on the website, the butterfly that I pinched to wear today. So this is one of my pieces of art that's been put into a resin pendant that I put in myself. So I've drawn and created this as well. So have a look if you're inspired to. And if you want to learn more about the work I do, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being who you are and for doing your best in your life. Don't be too hard on yourself. I don't know why. You know, sometimes I get emails from people worrying that I'm picking up on your bad day or something. I don't do that. I'm not sure why people would think that I would, that it would affect me. I'm just in my space and open to sharing the guidance that I trust is the most helpful for the majority of us. If you're having a bad day or you're in a dark place right now, just know that you can move out of it and you are moving out of it. Do what you can. Think about the resources that are available to help you move forward and move out of it as well. And know that that dark place doesn't have to be forever. So look at your mindset, what you're thinking about things, your attitude to your life, your reactions to things can reveal a lot. If you suddenly react to something or overreact, and we may know that from other people that we say something to and they overreact or blow something out of proportion, that's an issue that's stirred that causes a reaction. So just have a really good look at what's going on for you so you can move out of that dark place. But please know that this is a safe space for you to be supported if you resonate with it. That's my intention. Some people don't resonate with it and that's okay. So thank you very much for being you and for doing your best in your life. And I look forward to connecting with my Pillar of Light family a bit later today and to connect with you again, perhaps over the weekend for some weekend guidance. So thank you. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. And namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honours and acknowledges the divine, the creator within you, that we are one, we are equal. So thank you for being you. Namaste. Thank you.